I've heard people mimic dial-up, they all mimic it a different way.
What is your way of mimicking it?
What's yours?
Welcome
Welcome
to
to
When
When
Harry Met
Harry Dumped
Sally.
Sally.
I'm Jess Menzies.
I'm Natasha Minnick.
This is a podcast where we watch a rom-com. We talk about the main relationship in the rom-com and how long we think the couple is going to stay together after the credits roll.
And who breaks up with who and maybe why?
And today we watched You've Got
You've got
Mail.
mail. 1998 film?
Logline for it is book superstore magnate Joe Fox and independent bookshop owner Kathleen Kelly fall in love in anonymity on the internet, both blissfully unaware that he's trying to put her out of business.
Yeah, dense plot, but true. I guess it's a remake too of Shop Around the Corner, which I never saw or heard of.
Yes, and also which is inspired by a Hungarian play, Perfumery.
Wow. Wow, so
So,
worldly.
men have been putting women out of business for a
Forever.
while.
You've seen this before.
I have seen this before. Quite a few times, honestly. It was like on rotation, I think, at my house when I was
Hmm.
younger. I do like this movie. Like it has cozy energy for me.
Yeah, it does.
But watching it being hypercritical of the relationship, not the
It's a
way to
different
watch this
story.
movie. Not the way to
No,
watch this.
it's really not. Unfortunately, it's really not. Yeah. I'm sure I
Have
must
you
have seen
not?
pieces of it in the past, but
Yeah.
I've never had a full watch of it. This is our second Meg Ryan, Tom Hanks
Yes. And it's
production.
same director did Sleepless in Seattle and You've Got Mail.
Is that Nora Ephron or is she just the writer
Both.
director?
Yeah.
Both. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What were
Um,
your thoughts
oh,
having maybe not seen it before?
I was nervous about the length, but I actually had a really good time. Like the whole time. There was a cozy feel and it wasn't like slow. There was
Yeah.
always stuff going on and I think I only got the angriest the final 15 minutes of the film. Final 15
Yeah.
minutes, I was pissed. I was
Yeah.
furious. And then the ending thing she says is so ridiculous that it made me really upset. But aside from that, love the first hour 45.
It is very like, and it's not a holiday film, but like the holidays do happen in it, and it
Yes,
has kind of like a Christmas rom-com kind of holiday vibe to it, even though it takes place,
yes,
I think, over the span of a year, probably.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
we get such great actors in this.
Stacked cast, really great
And
cast. I do feel like Tom Hanks is playing a very similar character to what he played in Sleepless in Seattle, which is just like the worst. Like I maybe hated him less in this one, although not really. I feel like maybe in this one he like is a little bit self-aware that he's a
he's more
douchebag,
self-aware. Yeah.
but he is still a douchebag.
He's a douchebag. And I'm also like, I don't know, like in 98, I think I say this all the time, but like maybe that's the best that men get.
I really think that might be the case.
Yeah. Because I'm sure
Like,
everyone's
I
like,
think,
wow, this guy who
oh
puts her
my
out of
God,
business and is an asshole
he
about
he manipulates her. Ooh, we love
it?
that.
Yeah.
He tricks her and lies to her, but it's for romance.
It's for romance. And I feel like one of our tropes that we have seen in the past is like somehow the man gets in between her and her job, and somehow this one is him destroying her family
Yeah.
legacy work, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
destroys her entire career.
Yeah, and I assumed they would wrap it up by being like, and he eliminated the children's portion part of his store and like made an area that was hers or something like that. Nothing.
Mm-mm. We don't
I
know what
couldn't believe
happens to
it.
her.
I couldn't believe it. He was also to his partner, he's like, "You're gonna hire that woman?" I'm like, you ruined her job. And you're giving your partner shit for wanting to hire her after you destroyed her life? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
all right, should we decide initially how long we think they've got together?
yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I think I've got an answer. All
Give
right.
me another minute. Give me one more minute. I'm so glad they don't play that trick on us at the end where they're like,
Oh, thank God.
5 years later. Although I really would have hoped for it to be her having a bookstore again.
Yes, if the 5 years later was them, if it was them getting married, but then it was like, and she's
And she has a
successful.
bookstore. Fine.
Okay,
Fine.
I'll accept it, but no,
No, this was disappointing.
not the situation.
All right.
Ready?
Three.
Three,
Yeah. Three,
two,
two, one.
one,
Six
1 year.
months? I was gonna say a
I'm
year
good.
initially. I'm cool with
Yeah.
anywhere in that range.
I was also like gonna go as low as 3 months potentially, but I do think they like each other. I do think that they have, good chemistry.
They
They
have
obviously,
chemistry.
um, they do seem to like each other, but I feel like the thing that makes me struggle to be like, oh, this is, well, first of all, because he put her out of business, but also
Hate that.
because she is in such a vulnerable place when they get together.
Yes.
Like, she has
Yes.
just ended a relationship, and even though when they ended, they're kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, I know, which
Uh,
is ridiculous too.
like, she just got out of a relationship. She
Yep.
just lost her job. Her
Yes.
mom died not what, 3 years ago, or it's like somewhat recently. And
Yeah.
like this was the last thing that she had to hang on to her mother. Like she
Yes.
is mentally going through it right now.
She's not
And
well.
I really think that it's just not a good time for her to get into this relationship.
No. And her vibe is that her only friends are the ones who have worked at that bookstore with her. That seems like her
Yeah.
whole support system. Bookstore gone. What's happening right now? You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, yeah, that is worrisome. Also, these two people, like, if they're just given the internet again, they could quote unquote fall in love with someone new. You know what I mean? Like, they just met each other in a chat room.
Yes. And both of them are in relationships, just like
That's what I'm saying. They
full.
can't last long.
Like I feel like it's very interesting because it's like 1998, so we're like early internet AOL
Yes.
stuff. And I'm
Yes.
like, I guess maybe people were like, "Oh, this isn't real." But I'm like, today, if your partner was chatting online intimately with
Jail.
a person, they're
Jail.
cheating on you. That's
Yes.
cheating. It's
That's for
emotional
sure cheating.
infidelity. So like
Yes.
and I guess, 90, we're like, what even is this thing?
I
But
know, it's a
like,
fake thing. I don't even know them. I don't know what they look like. Like, I could see how
yeah.
you could really make
You'd be
it
like, we
super
haven't had
fake.
sex, like whatever. But yeah, if my partner was staying up all night, like getting out of bed when they're laying next to me to go chat with another person on the internet,
Yes.
no, that is
Yes.
crazy.
And I don't think it actually would help me to be like, oh, well, they don't know what they look like. They don't know their name. Like, I don't care. You're developing feelings for a different person
Yes.
in a situation where it's 98. We're assuming that's illegal.
I genuinely am just like, I feel like it would be terrible in every, like, no matter what, but I feel like I would
Yes,
almost rather be like, go fuck somebody. Like, don't
100%.
develop this online relationship with some random person in a chat
Who
room
you
who
don't
you're
even
having
know.
very like intimate conversations with. I'm like, go to a bar and fuck some random person. Like, why are you doing this to me?
The most jealous I've gotten in a relationship is when I read like a screenplay or a pilot or like a short film thing that my partner had written about a fake woman that did not exist. But I was like, who the fuck is this bitch that you're like in love with? That's not like that made me the most jealous than like any real person you could give me.
Yeah.
Like go have sex with a person. Don't have
Yes.
intimate emotional feelings even though they're fake and written in theory.
No.
But like uh-uh.
Emotional infidelity to me is way worse. It just feels
Painful.
so painful. So
Yes.
I really am just like, yeah, these two could meet a new person online. I mean, and also ultimately, like, she's like a very sweet, like more like, oh, I'm gonna go, I own a, local bookstore. And he's like this corporate douchebag. I'm like, that just doesn't feel fitting. Although her boyfriend before him was also a fucking asshole. So she
Yeah.
has a thing for douchey men.
She does, but like Tom Hanks' character's Joe Fox is like a very specific kind of like my family is my grandfather's, my father's, like my business. Did I build a business or was it given to me from family? Which arguably her bookstore was given to her
100%.
from her mother as well. But like
Hmm.
clearly there's some yucky like Trump-esque shit going on with
Yes, he has like a empire kind of situation, and
yes,
that
and
breeds a different type of douchebag.
so different, so
Yeah.
specific, so like I don't think you've ever been in a workplace that's not owned by your dad and your daddy's daddy. You know, like big yuck.
Yeah.
I don't know how long. I
And
mean, they.
the men in his family also suck. None of them have ever held down a relationship. All of them are like regularly going through breakups, regularly, it seems like cheating on their partners. Like, I don't believe that he's breaking this cycle.
Now, his father has boned him in a relationship with all of his nannies. Like,
Yes.
what happens when he and Meg Ryan have a baby? What
Yeah.
happens when they get a nanny? We're not getting that far, but we're fucked no matter what, in my opinion.
Yeah. Not
Uh-huh.
long term.
No.
All right. Going through the movie, but I think we're going to be on
Yeah.
the same page. So, like, who cares? We figured it out.
Yeah, we got it. Let's go.
Great time.
Uh-huh.
We start off with the old internet dial-up tone, which was very, like, fun and nostalgic.
All of the internet stuff here felt so good.
Yeah.
Like, it felt so good to hear dial-up, which, like, every time I've heard people mimic dial-up, they all mimic it a different way, which is so funny. But
Mhm.
you always are like, I know what that is, and it feels
That's
good in my
exactly.
bones.
What is your way of mimicking it?
Okay, okay. What's yours?
I was gonna do a similar one where I'm like,
But we all know.
there's always like a moment of just like aggressive static where it was like,
Yep,
we're connected to
yep.
the
Please send us how you guys do your dial-up sounds.
internet.
It was so exciting. You're like, freedom's at the end of this sound, you know?
Yeah, and then you couldn't be on the phone though, and early internet, it's such a vibe. I guess I like my family didn't get the internet until at least as far as I know, like 2001. And so that's when I associate the internet being around.
Hmm.
But so I was a little bit like, oh, we had AOL in 1998
Oh yeah, we did for
and
sure.
probably before, but
Yeah. We were like early adopters or whatever to everything. And so I was playing with internet a decent amount before Y2K. My first email was a Hotmail email address, and I felt like it was like
Mm.
inappropriate or risque because I'm like Hotmail sounds like it's being sexual, and I was like nervous about it.
What was your
Um,
first email?
what a great question.
Mine
Um,
was at Alta Vista was my first
uh, That's
email.
good. Mine was at Hotmail.
Yeah.
It might have been NN Posh because my friend Andy and I at the time we made like a formula for our screen names, and it was like our first initial, our middle initial, and what our dads call us. Um,
Oh,
so his
your
was
dad called you
AJ Bud.
Posh?
He called me Posh because I love the Spice Girls. He loves Posh Spice
Yeah.
because he was a man in that time. I love Baby
Hmm.
because I was a young girl in that time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, so it might have been NMPosh at Hotmail, actually.
Yeah.
I think I later did it MSN, maybe. Um, yeah, what a time. And I loved, okay, early internet, even like the AOL, like getting mail felt so good.
Hmm.
There was a site that no one ever talks about, Purple Moon. I don't know if it would have been too early for you, but it was like a website where you just like collect pretty stones, fake graphic
I love
stones.
that. That
Ugh,
sounds big. Maybe you've just told me about it before, but I feel like early internet stuff was so just like fun little websites doing fun little things. This is a little bit later. It was in like middle school, but my favorite like early website was Muffin Films.
I've never heard
And
of
me
this.
and my friends were very into this. You might be able to still find it,
I'm looking
but
it up.
it was basically a muffin tin, and each muffin that you clicked on had a different animated little video about muffins. And we
So
would
it's still
just quote
there.
it. We would quote it all the time. I fucking love muffin films.
Oh man, the whole
And
website's still there. I'm gonna check it out later.
yeah, it was like at every sleepover, we would just watch muffin films all the
Ugh,
time. Great
I love
vibe.
it. Muffin
Yeah.
films. I don't know how I missed that, but
I don't know that it was a super popular one.
yeah,
Because I feel like usually when I bring it up, people are like, I don't know what that was. There's
yeah.
that. Lots of like, Flash games, obviously Neopets.
Neopets. Yeah, I do. I really know
Um,
Neopets.
we love it. So this is just like good vibes for
It's
our
so
millennial hearts.
fun. It's so fun. If they were like, I don't know, 4 years later, I would have loved to know what their AIM away messages would have been. Their dramatic
Yes.
AIM away messages. Always a lot of song lyrics, very heavy-handed.
Yeah, very heavy-handed song lyrics. I'm trying to remember even what I feel like some people are like, "Oh, I totally remember my away message." I feel like I changed mine
I change mine all the time.
frequently. So
Yes.
I don't have like oh, that was my go-to. It was usually a song lyric. It was probably something like so depressing and stupid.
It was always depressing. It was always stupid. It was always extremely pointed. There was always like someone I wanted to hear from and like some message I thought I was doing in
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So embarrassing. I'm so happy we
Such a
didn't have
nightmare.
TikTok.
Thank God.
So glad I got all that cringe out of the way
God.
in private.
I'm almost like sad that I don't know if they get to express full cringe safely, the youths
No, I
anymore.
think this is why young people, first of all, call millennials cringe, which I'm fine with.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, we
what
are.
of it?
But I do feel like sad for them because of that. I'm like, oh, you're like so scared of being cringy because like the internet now is forever. Like we were just on there wilding out, like
Yeah, we were
saying the
goofing.
most we were doing crazy shit on that internet and
God.
no one will ever find it. But we
Nope.
hold it near and dear to our hearts.
It's so painful.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. So,
I don't know. Kathleen's waking up and her Kathleen Meg Ryan, she's waking up and
her partner
Greg
Frank,
Kinnear. Frank.
Yeah.
He's like coming in. He's like, solitaire had to be removed from computers at some workplace because people got too distracted.
Yeah, it's ruining everything. He's, I guess, like a little bit of a like Luddite. Like
Yeah,
he
he's a big
really.
Luddite.
Hmm.
And I relate to this like mildly. I
I
am a
thought you
bit of
would.
a yeah. I mean I was like a child during this time, but like yeah, 100% I'm just like, what the fuck is this? Like
Yeah, yeah.
if
And
I
he's
were an
like,
adult, I would be like, this is ruining society.
and it is. And he even says like, you think the computer is your friend, but it's not.
Hmm.
And in a way, the computer is his enemy because it does
Uh, it is who his
remove
girlfriend is
her.
cheating on him with, so
But ultimately, that's convenient for him because he didn't have to deal with her being sad when he was trying to break up with her. But um,
exactly. They're not meant to be together. He's, just super pretentious. He's like an author or something.
yes,
And she's watching him leave, and the second that he leaves, she's like logging onto the internet, opening
it's
AOL.
it's so weird because it's so like your parents left the house coded,
Hmm.
and it's so weird because it's like you're
Well,
an
that's why it
adult.
feels so bad because I'm like, this is
Your
you're
partner,
like you're hiding this from your partner. Like that's not
yeah,
good.
and you're like excited, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's yucky. Okay, so
Her AOL screen name is Shop Girl, and
oh,
she's talking to
okay.
Tom Hanks.
Have you heard this hubbub on
Ooh.
Threads? This
Oh, is it
hubbub.
Stickergate?
The sticker woman with her fake AOL message she sent to each other. As soon as that AOL, I was like, oh my god, the sticker gate, this woman.
Yeah, yeah.
So crazy. So
Yeah.
yikesy. This woman, she has a shop of stickers, which apparently is a lot of stolen like property, pictures, intellectual property that's not hers to begin with.
Rough.
But she wrote herself a fake email from an AOL account that's like, no money for woke businesses at AOL.com, and a fake email being like, I was gonna get your stuff, but you're a woke whatever, and blah 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 blah, and you won't get my money. And then she kept writing herself fake emails from this email
Ugh.
address. That were clearly ChatGPT generated, and she kept posting them, and then she got a lot of business from people being like, I want to support you. And then it turns out they were all fake and written
That
by
isn't.
herself.
It's fucking crazy, especially because I work for a company who actually gets those emails from people. So
Plenty of
I'm just
people
like,
do,
this
and like
is
a lot of
wild
women
that
of
you
color
even had
do.
to like uh fake these. I'm like, what
It's
are you doing? All you have to do
crazy.
is like post one political thing on the internet and you'll get
You're
these
done.
emails.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And then she's like, I'm sorry you felt tricked. And it's like, well, you tricked him. You tricked him and he did it on purpose. And she had done the same thing like a few years ago too. They found other ones where she was doing fake mails. Like,
uh,
this is a problem. This is
I
a,
mean, and if she's stealing art on top of it, I'm like, I
it's
feel like that's not
unbelievable.
good. I don't like that.
Mm-mm.
If she was just like, well, like this is my marketing tactic, I'd be like, well, I'll be a little more sneaky about it. But
There is
what
a
marketing
piece.
tactic isn't a lie in
Yeah,
some way?
I completely agree.
Um,
And like, if you're gonna do that, then like, fucking stick to your guns. You know what I
be like,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah. Marketing sucks. It's hard as a small business.
Marketing's terrible and it's almost always a lie.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
you are watching influencers sell you shit and they've never tried the product ever.
No.
So, let her make up her emails, I guess. But
Yep.
don't steal people's art. That's
Don't steal
shitty.
people's art. Anyway, AOL might have their fake emails from an AOL
That's
email
a
address.
wild choice also because who fucking has AOL anymore?
I
Make your thing
know.
Gmail, a Yahoo. What are we
It's
doing?
so weird. It's so weird. All right.
All
Okay.
right.
So then,
His screen name is NY521.
and we never,
Or no,
152, I thought.
152.
And we never find
152.
out what it's for, actually. Did
No,
we?
I
Did
think we
you?
do at the end because they're making jokes about it. And then
But
she's
they
like, I
never,
wonder. She goes, I wonder if it's his address. And then she goes, no, he would never do something stupid like that.
He'd never do
And
something so
then
prosaic. And then he goes,
prosaic, he kind of has the look on his face like, ugh. So I kind of assumed that meant that he is like, oh, that is actually what it is.
it's 152 Riverside Drive, which is a reference to his apartment number.
Making your apartment number part of your screen name seems like a bad move to me, but whatever. Just put your social security number in there. Who
Why
cares?
not? Why not? Okay, so Tom Hanks, whose name is Joe Fox in this, is emailing her. And he also has
Yes.
a partner who he lives with, and it's Parker Posey.
It's Parker Posey. Love Parker Posey.
She's great.
She's
She's a
like,
monster.
she's some sort of like works in publishing, I think.
Something, but there's like a lot of money, and she's, I think, a little bit sociopathic, a lot of bit
hmm
sociopathic.
Yeah. She's very
Uh-huh.
powerful in whatever she does, and she is like, oh, you need to come to some dinner or something that he doesn't want to go to. And then he also does a little sneaky Sheelies, and he's like,
He does the
yes,
same thing like a
time
kid. He's
for
like,
internet.
ooh, yep.
They're both that
And
do this cute thing where they both hear you've got mail, and they both are kind of like, you've got mail. They like say
I
it with the
know.
guy. I was
It's
like, okay.
adorable. I don't blame him. That stuff gives you juice back then, you
Yeah,
know?
it's
Uh,
exciting.
the little like falling in love over the letters or whatever feels a little bit Love is Blind like, where you're
Yeah.
like emailies, but you have no voice. But I have for sure fallen for people over like OkCupid messages. I have fallen for people over OkCupid, long emails back and forth, and I heard him on the phone, I heard his voice, and I was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
bad.
That
You need
would be
voice.
crazy because you're imagining something totally different.
Or just normal at least.
Yeah. Oh no.
Really bad voice, yeah.
What was it like? What was it like?
You could just tell it's a guy whose like voice sounds like the definition of actually. You know what I mean? Like
Oh
it is
no.
bad voice. And like maybe in person will be different. I tried in person. Horrible. Ugh.
Oh God.
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
this is why you got to meet people in person.
You
I don't
gotta meet
know.
people in person. You gotta.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Love is
then
actually not blind.
it's not blind. Turns out.
Turns out not blind
If
at
this
all.
last season could tell you anything.
Yeah, not blind.
I don't think they've ever had like, have they ever had zero zeros? This time was a
Mm-mm.
zero
This is
zero.
the first zero.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Honestly, good for all of them because none of them should have been together.
I
So,
know, I know. We got to record a thing talking about that. We'll put it in our Patreon that
I
we don't have.
know. Okay.
Um,
Anyway,
yes.
we're talking about they met in a chat room and
Yeah.
they're basically we're getting this thing where like we're getting their voiceover of them chatting with each other while they're both
Uh-huh.
walking around New York and they are like crossing paths with each other
Over and
because
over
they
again.
work in the same neighborhood. So
Yeah, and they live
they
nearby.
they are, but they don't know that. And then we get
No.
to Dave Chappelle, who works with Tom
Yes.
Hanks, and
Uh-huh.
he's kind of like, "Oh, you seem so happy. Like, did you get engaged to Patricia?"
And
And
Joe's like,
Tom's like,
"What?
"Huh?
That's crazy."
Yeah."
This
He's
woman
like,
that
"What?
you live
No."
with?
Yeah.
This woman that you live with? That's crazy.
And then they're opening this chain store, and Dave Chappelle's like, everyone's gonna hate this.
For
And he's like,
sure.
yeah, but we're gonna sell cheap books and coffee, so no one's gonna fucking care.
Exactly.
And that is true.
And her bookstore, her little bookstore is called The Shop Around the Corner. And I don't know if in the original movie it's also called that or if it's a reference just to the title of the original movie, but either way, very cute.
Oh, yeah. It's a cute
Uh-huh.
little shop. It sells children's books specifically.
Yes.
I love a little
Mm-hmm.
bookstore. I love a bookstore so much.
Me too. It's so weird watching the huge superstore bookstore because I'm like, that would get wiped out in 15 years by Amazon. This
I
is just
know.
supposed to be a book website
I'm
and that
like,
owns
bros,
everything.
you know what? Maybe if they make it work, they'll end up together with nothing.
Yes, they'll be destitute on the streets, or they're the future
Yes.
Bezoses. Who
They're
knows?
happy. I mean, knowing him, probably.
he's terrible. Anyway, okay.
Yeah,
So
so she's gonna be better off without him. She works at the book stop. Yeah, Heather Burns is one of her coworkers. It's Miss
from
Rhode
Miss
Island.
Congeniality, yeah.
Yes.
Ugh.
Uh, she's great.
And she's like, whatever. Her coworker, the Heather Burns actress, she's like, "Oh, do you seem extra in love or whatever?" And then she like forgets that she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm with Frank and I live
She's
there."
like, "What? I'm not in love." And then she's like, "Oh, yeah." Like both of them are like, "Oh, I forgot that I have a
I thought I have a
partner who
partner
people assume that I probably like."
because I'm like living with them more or less all the time.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
Meg Ryan asks, "Is it infidelity if you're involved with someone over email?"
Yeah.
And
She's like, "That's
yeah,
just." But Miss Rhode Island is like, "Well, have you had sex?" And she's like, "No." And she's like, "Don't do it. The minute you do, they'll lose respect for you. Cyber
don't do
sex
cyber sex.
specifically." Yeah. Yeah.
It's so funny.
Which, like,
Um,
I don't know. I was doing cyber sex a lot on the internet,
yeah, I was too, and I
unfortunately.
didn't know what it was, and I really couldn't talk about anything effectively, and I was scared all the time.
How are you doing it without knowing what it was? You mean like what sex was?
Like, I
Or,
didn't know exactly what the terms were. I didn't know exactly what was happening when they would
yeah.
say stuff, but I just knew like something bad was going on as make me feel some kind of way.
Yeah, I feel like this
Uh-huh.
is also a classic like millennial experience. You're just like having weird, you're like going into chat rooms and you're like, yeah, no, this is good.
This is good and what I want to be doing, and probably healthy, right?
This is fine and not creepy at all. And the person on the other end is probably not an old man. I don't
They're
know.
probably my age. Why? I don't
Yeah.
know.
And did I lie and say I was 18? 100%.
Yes, all the time. My lie was like I'm like 19 and from Georgia. I don't know why, but I was like Georgia's a
Ooh.
place where like a cool young woman would be from.
Yeah. I feel like I would regularly do 16, which like still, which is creepy of these people,
It
assuming
was
that they
creepy
were not
still.
also teenagers. But
Yeah.
because I was like, well, it's not too much of a lie because I'm like pretty close to
Yeah.
16. And then I would say I was from California because
Oh, that's
that
so
was
funny.
just next door.
That's funny. Um, we see the guy who's one of the workers there is that dad from that season of White Lotus who like was acting out being a
Steve
gorilla in White
Zahn.
Lotus. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's from you watch Silo, right?
Oh yeah, I watched Silo. He was
Second
like that
season?
guy who just got found.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I loved Silo. Did you read the books? The books were extraordinary.
I didn't. But yeah, Steve Zahn, love him. He's
Great.
yeah, great. He's also there. And then he's like, as far as I'm concerned, the internet is just another way of being rejected by women.
He's so ready for
Uh,
2024,
yeah, I
2025.
was like, just wait, it's gonna get
Just
worse.
wait. I think the older woman who helps work there too, she's like, I tried to have cyber sex once, but I kept getting a Disney signal, which was very funny.
Yeah.
Very
And then
funny.
we're getting the whole thing where we're finding out that Tom Hanks, works for his dad, and
And
they're
the
like,
grandfather.
"Woo! Oh, they've put City Books out of business," and they're all celebrating this. They're like, "Woohoo! City Books is out of business," and they're like, "We're
Yep.
gonna buy their inventory." And like, one of the dads is like, don't romanticize them. They're bleeding heart liberals who will hate the new chain. I don't
And then
know.
Tom Hanks
They're
is like, they're
just
not liberals, they're readers. And he's like, you
it's
know.
like they're the same. Yeah, they just like hate, these they're just mean, like evil corporate people who
Yes. And we do find out in this that Tom Hanks's grandfather, who's in the room, used to write
hmm
mail letters to Meg Ryan's mom, who owns that bookstore
yes.
in the past. But he's like, she was too young for me, you know? But I'm also like, we
Yeah.
find out later that this grandfather has a child who
hmm
is 8 years old. And I'm like, surely this woman you're with is too young for you. We don't see her, though. It's very
Oh,
strange.
100%. He's just fucking young women left and right.
But I'm like, why was
They're
Cynthia?
gross men. But this is why there's no way that Tom Hanks is like a good dude. Like he didn't grow up with positive male role models at
We don't
all.
even know who his mom is, what her
No, and
deal is, if she's
similarly,
around.
Meg Ryan, have no idea what her dad's deal is. So
No.
that's kind of a interesting, I guess, thing for both of them.
Yeah.
Um, and then, they're talking more over email and they're talking about, just random things. She loves Pride and Prejudice, which
Yeah.
is not the exact same plot as this movie, but has parallels. So that's
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
Cute.
They're talking about various things. They're talking about Starbucks coffee, which only cost 2.95.
2.95.
So he's doing some weird rambling about how like Starbucks makes people feel cool because they made a bunch of like weird choices. I was like, what is this rant about Starbucks? I don't understand what you're saying. But also
Yeah.
another thing that I thought was uh interesting with her character is she's
Mm-hmm.
like all like anti this massive bookstore putting her tiny bookstore out of business, and I'm like, what the fuck do you think Starbucks is doing?
I don't think it had blown up yet.
It hadn't blown up yet, so it was not at the level of like we've
That's
taken over.
that's kind of what I think, but I could be wrong. But I think it felt like a new cool thing like happening.
Yeah, but that's what the bookstore feels like.
I
The
don't think
corp
people think that the fog like that is a cool thing, you know, but like I feel like Starbucks made like going to coffee a whole cool thing, you know? Like
Yeah.
but I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
that's
I
that's
agree with your point that like it is a big thing, so why is she cool with this versus that?
yeah, and it probably wasn't super. It was 98. It wasn't a massive chain yet, but it obviously had made its
No.
way to New York already. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
Also, like his order
okay.
at this coffee place, he's ordering decaf every time.
I know. I'm
And
like,
I
I do not understand. Like, I really don't understand decaf coffee drinkers, especially in the morning.
Yeah,
What?
my partner is one of those people. He didn't used to be, but then he knows he got some like dizziness or something, and he's like, maybe I'll cut out caffeine. I'm like, then why are you drinking? Coffee is not good enough, in my opinion, to be
No,
drinking it decaf. That's
no.
like drinking a non-alcoholic vodka. Like, what's the point?
Yes, I
This is
agree
not a nice
completely.
experience. Like,
Especially
it's
like, I guess maybe if you were doing like a super frilly kind of like I could see
dressed
it
it up.
maybe in like a pumpkin spice latte or like a frappuccino or something like that where you're like, yes, there's coffee flavor, but like it's
It's
not a
another drink.
coffee. But if you're drinking a cup of black decaf coffee, or I would say even just like a latte or a cappuccino, I'm like, I don't know why we're doing this.
And in Tom Hanks' defense, he was doing a decaf mochaccino. But I do want to say that in decaf coffee, there are like 10 milligrams of caffeine. You are
Okay, we're
getting
getting
like a really
fucking
small, you're
crazy.
getting 1/10 of what you normally get, which is better than nothing. But I agree,
Yeah.
decaf is dumb.
Yeah.
We're an anti-decaf podcast, and I don't care who knows.
No, I want that caffeine. I need my legal drugs.
I just don't know
Desperately.
why you're drinking it otherwise. Like
No.
I don't get it.
It's yeah. So, and especially like I don't know, whatever. He's drinking decaf all the time, especially for like big corporate guy. I'm like, what? What
I
are we?
don't
Okay,
get it.
whatever.
Yep, yep. Our Meg Ryan, Kathleen, she's like
hmm
really in this like space where she's like, oh, having Fox Books won't be a big deal. It's not gonna like ruin anything for me.
Yes, we've
Which is like nice
the
that she thinks that
small
way.
store has now found out, and everyone else is
Yes.
worried, but she's like, I think that she's really trying to be like, oh, it's going to be okay. I don't know if she believes herself. Maybe she does. Maybe she's a little delusional.
I think she could be a little bit delusional, and I think she has so much love for this place, and it's like all she's known her whole life because her mom got it like 10 some years before she was born, you know? I think it's just like not feasible that people couldn't love being there and be there all the time.
Yeah.
Potentially. Or she's trying
Yeah.
to convince herself. I'm cool with either.
I think both of those are very yeah. Then we've
Her
got,
partner
I don't
Frank
know,
buys
Frank's bringing
typewriters.
home electric typewriters. He's being all fucking weird about it, his technology and shit. Again,
Yeah, and I
like,
don't know
he
why he has
sucks,
two
but I
typewriters.
also am like, this is some garbage I would do. So I get
Well, like
it.
he's bringing home a second typewriter also to her place when he has his own apartment, and I'm like,
I don't
what's
know if
going
he's
on?
trying to be like, oh, look at this. You can have this. You're always on your computer. Here, you could type on this instead. I don't really know. But
I
it's
think
really
so, and
loud
maybe
and
he's like doesn't.
annoying.
I mean, I would really enjoy that, but with someone else there, it would be very annoying.
I really enjoy a regular typewriter, but it was an electric typewriter. I was like, so you're still using
Yeah, we could hear the
technology, dude.
humming.
It's not like a classic typewriter. It felt like aggressively
Maybe
loud, but they were probably making it aggressively loud because she was annoyed.
what is what does electric typewriter do that a normal typewriter? They
Great
seem to work fine
question.
without the electricity, right? Am I crazy? Oh,
I
maybe you
know.
don't need
That's
to do.
why I'm like,
I think with the
oh,
normal
you know,
one, you manually do that thing. You
it
know what I
uses
mean?
an electric motor to assist with the typing process. Yeah.
All right.
And an electric motor powers the type bar so you don't have to press the keys as hard.
I think if Frank was born like 20 years later, he'd be one of those people on TikTok who show you reassembling and making their new keyboards with their new keyboard buttons. I could see him being like a
Yeah.
big keyboard tactile boy.
He would be, except that he wouldn't be on TikTok because he would be
That's
anti
true.
social media
It's
and
ruining
anti all
everything.
technology. Yeah. And it
Yeah.
is.
Listen, it's not good. There are so many things that are not good, and I love them.
A hundred
And
percent.
TikTok is one. Unfortunately, I love Amazon delivering stuff to me.
Oh, yeah. I'm not
It's
proud of
so
it.
bad, and I love it. No,
Yeah.
it's
It
not
is
our
just
fault that
very
there are only so few
convenient.
good pleasures. Yeah. Okay.
My,
So whatever.
yeah,
There.
okay.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter.
No,
None
no.
of
Give
that
me your mic.
matters.
Give me your mic.
My excuse for using
Okay. Come
Amazon,
on.
which is that I still use it for other things, but I'm like, well, you see, I do sketch comedy, and sometimes I have to buy really weird props and costumes last minute,
Last
and then I
minute.
have to return
Yes.
it the next day because I don't need it. I just needed it briefly for that show. And so I actually do
And
need
that's
to
good.
ruin the environment and the world for
Yes.
my
And
art, which is important.
I co-sign it.
So.
Art's beautiful and important, and we need it in this world. No notes.
Okay. Tom Hanks is, whatever. He's talking to his dad. He's meeting the kids. Meets Maureen, one of the nannies. I don't know. Nothing really that important is happening. But
Yeah.
oh, he has
One
the
thing,
kids because
one
he's
just
taking
important
them to
thing.
a. Yes.
His dad's soon-to-be partner hits on him all the time, tries to kiss him, very weird.
Yes.
And so yeah, he takes care of
And
the
the
kids because the
nanny
soon-to-be stepmoms and the nanny, Maureen.
who's having her eggs
And
harvested.
yes. And also, we see here that Tom Hanks has a boat. He had a boat in our last movie with him too. Does he always have to have a boat? Is that his
In these
thing?
movies, apparently. And at some point, Meg Ryan
Why
does
does
say,
he
I
need
could
a
never
boat?
date a guy with a boat. And maybe she'll realize when she realizes he has a boat, she's going to realize, like, oh, you're a boat
Fingers
guy.
crossed.
Yeah, once
Fingers
she
crossed.
gets a little help, gets out of her
Yep.
depression. Okay,
And
so
then
he
they show
takes
us
these
Tom Hanks
kids
at
to
the
like a
fair with the
fall festival.
kids. And they do a whole montage to try to give us the idea that he's a good guy. And I kind of hate the shorthand of like, oh, he's playing with kids, or like he loves dogs, so he must be like a good person and a good partner. I feel like that's what they're trying to show us, especially in these romantic
Hmm.
movies. And it's just not the case. I know a lot of guys I've dated who are love dogs, amazing with dogs, and it's like, yeah, because they don't have the same needs as a real human partner. So
Right. Or being
easy
good
to
with
bring them
kids is
joy.
like, that's a very different thing than being um in a romantic relationship. Doesn't
Playing
make you
pretend
good
with a
because
child?
you're, yeah, because, oh, what, you weren't a douchebag to the 8-year-old? Like, oh man, what a good guy. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And I hate it. I hate it. And like there's just a whole different skill set to be like, I can play pretend with kids, and it's like, but what you're not telling me that like you would be an equal partner in like changing their diaper. You're not telling me that you can have
right.
hard conversations with me. You just like to play. Okay. Like that's not
Congrats.
enough. And I hate that they try to convince us it's enough in these movies because it is
I
not.
feel like they try to do it because they're like, oh, a man being playful with kids, but it's like, yeah, that's the easy part.
That's the easiest part to do.
So he ends up taking them into her bookstore because they want to go because she's doing like a reading to kids and I don't know.
Yeah.
They have a weird, we find out about how this 8-year-old daughter, or this 8-year-old girl is actually his aunt because she's his grandfather's whatever. And then the young kid is like his brother because it's his dad's kid.
What I hate about Tom Hanks during this whole time is him pretending like he can't afford books, or him acting like a book costs too much, or being like surprised by the cost of books. And I'm like, you have like a family empire. Why are you? I hate
Acting
that kind of
like,
stuff. I'm like, you can't afford this thing. Like, come on. I hate that.
yes, and he's trying to be coy so that she doesn't find out like who he is
That
or
too. He only
whatever.
introduced
I don't
himself as
know.
Joe. He doesn't introduce himself as Joe Fox. And it's a fun little
Yes.
bit where his half brother, or whatever, this child, just learned how to spell his last name, Fox. And so he
Hmm.
spells Fox to Meg Ryan, and she's delighted. And then she asks him to do other animals, and he keeps just spelling Fox. And she doesn't know it's because that's the kid's last name, you know?
Yeah. So,
But
okay,
he is
they're doing
purposefully
this.
omitting information.
Yes, and he sees a picture of her and her mom, and I really liked this line from her also, where he's like, "Oh, what are you doing in that photograph?" And she goes, "Twirling. My mother and I used to twirl." I don't know what it was, but I was just like, what the
That's really funny.
I like died laughing at the part. I was like, I don't know why it feels like such a weird thing to say.
It's
My
so
mother and I used
bizarre.
to
It's
twirl.
to twirl.
We twirled.
And later, that is the memory she has of them is like her
Yes, it's
spinning her
them
around. I think
twirling
that there
around.
was a if there's a picture
You
of me and
know,
my mom somewhere, and people's like, "What's that a picture of?" and I say, "Arguing." Me and my mom used to argue.
me and my mom,
Mm.
we're in a fight.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Fox Books
Okay.
opens. We're seeing that they're like, woo, people love it. Shop around the corner. They're making less money now. We're concerned.
Yeah.
Meg Ryan is still trying to be like, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Um,
And then somehow they end up at the same party. The two couples do.
yes.
Tom and his person,
I think
and Meg
maybe
Ryan and
because
her
Parker
person.
Posey works in publishing and Meg Ryan's partner is like a writer of some
Frank.
sorts. Yeah.
Yeah, there was something. And Parker Posey is so excited to meet
Yes,
Frank. And
that
I'm like,
he's
they should stand
there.
together. Why didn't they end up together?
They might.
Uh,
Probably not.
it seems like he's
But
getting with someone else, the TV woman. But Joe's trying to pretend that like he doesn't want Meg Ryan to see him because then he knows
hmm
she'll find out that he's Joe Fox, and that is what happened. And he
yeah.
quotes fucking The Godfather because guys
He
love
does.
quoting movies
God,
nobody gives a
he's
shit about.
so annoying. He always quotes the fucking Godfather. Film
I can't
bros.
stand
Oh
it.
my
I hate film
God.
bros. I'm so sorry.
They
Mm-mm.
are just a
Mm-mm.
level of annoying that you're just like, we've all seen movies. Calm down. You
We've
aren't
seen movies. Some
smarter than
movies are good.
everyone. Yeah. And also, I'm like,
Yuck.
I don't doubt that some of these movies that they're talking about are good, but like, calm
Probably.
the fuck down. You are not smarter than everyone because you can quote The Godfather, and that is the vibe he is giving. It's crazy.
It's so
Um,
yucky.
She's, really mad. She's like, you came over here and you were spying on me. You probably rented those children. And then he's over at this like plate of like weird fucking mush, and he's just like scooping off caviar, just taking that part,
Yeah, the
not taking
side.
any of the weird mush. And she's like,
Mush.
oh my God, what the fuck?
You're taking only the garnishes, blah, blah, blah. And she starts taking it off his plate and putting it down. Partner Posey tells us that she takes pills for sleeping. I'm like, there we go. That's our
I was
Partner
like, there
Posey
we get
that we
that.
know.
There's our lorazepam
Yeah.
girly.
Yeah, we love it. We
Yeah.
love it.
Like, because she's like, to, what's Joe? She's like, how do you sleep at night? And Parker Posey's like, oh,
And she's like,
I take a
I
lovely
take a
over
half
the
of
counter
whatever.
pill. It's lovely. You don't even feel hungover in the morning.
So
Great.
funny.
So, okay.
Um, they're still
She goes
emailing.
home.
I think he,
Yes, this is the one where Parker Posey comes home and she's like passes out immediately, probably because she's taken these pills. And then Tom Hanks is just like,
uh-huh,
let me go. I'm not tired. I'm gonna go
I'll go
email Meg
email.
Ryan. And
Yeah,
he's, talking
they
about
suggest
how he's a piece of
meeting, and
shit. And yeah, they suggest
and
meeting.
then and they keep seeing each other at nearby stores and somehow avoiding each other or trying to avoid each other. And
Hmm.
he like is kind of an asshole. He's trying to like sort of be helpful, but when she's at a
Yes,
grocery
they're
store
at this grocery store
and
and she goes
she's
through a line that's cash only and she's like, "Come on, you could take a credit
yes,
card. You can take this credit card." And I'm like, "Bitch, you don't get to force somebody to take your credit card."
this
We're
guy's
good
an
at this.
asshat. He comes over to the line. He's like, Rose, you have a beautiful name.
It's
Look at
like,
that card
"Rose, let me
machine. You
do
have a
this,
card
blah blah
machine. Can't you just
blah,
use a
blah blah
card
blah blah
machine?
blah. Also, everyone's wishing each other happy Thanksgiving. Look at that, celebrating Thanksgiving.
Our Thanksgiving film.
No, we're
And
doing
then
another. We're doing
Christmas, and then
another.
whatever.
And then all of them.
Yay.
Okay, so yeah, he's just being annoying. He tells some
Yeah,
stupid joke and he's like, "Come on, there's a credit card machine there. Like just do it. Whoa." And then it works and I'm just like,
it's yucky. It's just so
I feel
yucky.
like also his entire personality, I was like, Tom Hanks is attractive, but not so much to support this personality. I was like, you're not hot enough to be this much of an asshole. Like, I'm sorry, but you know.
No, He'd argue I have enough money to be this much of an asshole, and it's like,
Yeah, that
but
is
still,
true,
it's
but
a
like,
nightmare.
God, his
That's why you're an
personality
asshole.
sucks. Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
So anyway, we're
Um,
like, there's his child. We cut to like Christmas, and his child aunt is singing Annie to the family, just like horribly. And I was like, oh God,
it's
this
so
is
fun.
so fucking relatable and awful.
I also love child ants. Child ant is so funny.
Child aunt is wild.
Just the phrase. Like, there's crazy Aunt Annie.
Yeah, she's doing her fucking songs. God.
Yeah.
Then Meg Ryan's also
Um,
singing with Miss Rhode Island. We're all singing.
it's so funny because this sort of parallels what's the other film we saw them in? Sleepless in Seattle, where it's like letters
Yeah.
back and forth, except this time it's a letter to a full-grown man instead of his son, which was
Yes.
weird for Sleepless.
It is similar. There is
Yeah.
similar stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Is this the same couple
so
as in when Harry dumped Sally or no? Or when Harry met Sally? Is this no?
our
That's her and
namesake?
Billy Crystal?
No, it's not. Her and Billy Crystal, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So then suddenly she's writing an email and he
Same
instant messages
director
her.
though. Yes, it's her first
Cool.
instant message.
so scary. Like I audibly went, ah! Like I I had a big reaction to the instant message.
Yeah.
And he like does a Godfather reference or whatever,
Yeah,
and
she's
he's like, I can
like,
help you with
"Oh, my
business.
business is going under." And he's like, "What's your business?" She's like, "No specifics." And he's like, "You got to go to the mattress. That's from The Godfather." And she's like, "What's with it with men and The Godfather?" And he's like, "'Cause The Godfather has a quote for everything, and I live by The Godfather. And every time you have a question, I can quote The Godfather." And I'm just like, "Oh my God, just get out of here."
Ugh, it's a nightmare. And also, he says that he's a brilliant businessman, and I'm like, are you the way like Trump is? Are you the way where you've just been
Yeah,
given
the way Trump
businesses your whole
is.
life?
Your grandpa
Because
is a
this
brilliant
store isn't even
businessman,
his
probably.
store.
hmm
Yes, yes. So whatever. Also turns out Frank also
And
knows the quote from The Godfather, because men love knowing quotes from Godfather.
yeah, do you know what it is? Go to the mattress. He's like, yeah, of course. But Frank does have a realistic thing where he's like, it's not personal, it's business. There's some of that, but it is personal to her. The shop means a lot to her. Anyway.
Yeah, and she says that later,
They
and it's so
start,
true.
she starts to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna save the shop around the corner. And she's like going around and protesting and, kind of getting people on
She
her
has her guy
side.
write an article. She has the like news people come in. A lot
hmm
of that's happening. Basically, a
This
lot of
is
little
when we
something
get,
happens, but the publicity makes no difference.
yeah, the publicity makes no difference. There is this thing where Frank is doing an interview on TV and he's talking about the
Mm-hmm.
article that he wrote, and he's like flirting hardcore with the interviewer who's like flirting back, and Meg Ryan's kind of like, "What are we doing here?" But it's
What's
like you're
going
doing that with
on?
some guy on the internet, so I don't know. Nobody seems to really care
It's
about this.
true. No, and it's implied that they do end up together too in the end. She's like, "Is it with the
Yeah.
news guy?" And he's like, "Oh."
He's like, maybe.
Okay, so yeah, the publicity makes no difference to the store, and then they're down to try to meet.
Yes.
And
And they
Dave
decide that they're gonna
Chappelle
do
talks him
that.
up,
Yes. And
and
he
Dave
does,
Chappelle's like, "Yeah, all you got to do is take it to the next level. Just keep taking the next level. What I do is I take it to the next level over and over and over again until it becomes necessary to leave." And I'm like, "Yes,
yeah,
that's a relationship."
yeah. hmm and then he says something about he's like talking about Meg Ryan, the person through the email, and he says, "This woman is the most adorable creature I've ever been in contact with, and if she is attractive, I will turn my life upside down and marry her." You are in
If
a
she is as attractive as a
relationship.
mailbox, he said,
Yeah.
if she is as attractive as a mailbox. uh,
I'm like,
uh, yep.
what? Break up with your
I will marry this
girlfriend.
woman. And the idea of me being engaged with my girlfriend is disgusting, is kind of
Yeah.
his whole thing, which is,
So
yep,
then Dave Chappelle's like, okay, I'm gonna go peek in the shop or like the coffee shop and try to find the woman that you're meeting so I can tell you if she's hot or not. And he's like, oh, it's Kathleen Kelly.
yeah,
It's
it's Kathleen
it's
Kelly.
her. And so Tom Hanks is like, okay, I'm gonna turn around and leave. Just kidding. I'm gonna walk in and be a real fucking weirdo about it and be Joe Fox and be like, oh, would you mind if I sit down? And she's like, yes. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna sit down anyway. And then I'm gonna talk about Pride and Prejudice because you already told me via email that you like Pride and Prejudice. And this is when he really starts to get
Yep,
he was already douchey, but now he's like using information that she gave another version of him to like get in good favor with her, which is gross.
it's gross.
And he's just being like a real piece of shit.
She finally is kind of like a jerk to him, which I guess feels good for
hmm
her, but then she doesn't know why this guy didn't come to meet her, and she's looking at her AOL and nothing's there, and she's trying to convince herself like
hmm
something else happened instead of this guy standing her up.
Yeah, Miss Rhode
And
Island
George
and
is like,
Steve
maybe he's this
Zahn are
rooftop
like,
killer.
yeah, they caught the rooftop killer, and they're like, he must be the rooftop killer.
This feeling
And then they
him.
also say something where they're
Love
like,
that.
remember when you thought Frank might be the Unabomber? And I was like, what? What are we talking about?
I love it though.
Yeah.
As a woman, you always have to
Uh,
wonder just a little.
you do. You don't know what these men are up to.
You never
Any
do.
one of them could secretly be the Unabomber. Um, okay, so
Yes.
then he's like being like, oh, should I email her? And he's, being weird about it. He's trying to come up with lies. He's trying to be like, oh, and then he comes up with something, I don't know. It's just kind
He does like
of
an
douchey.
apology.
I don't
Doesn't
know.
explain anything, but it's an apology. And she decides she's going to
Yeah.
close the store.
Mm-hmm.
And she and Frank kind of had like a pseudo fight in the theater about how she didn't vote. And then they just ended up at dinner and
Yes.
both agree they're not right for each other and they're happy with it.
Yes, they're both. He's like trying to break up with her, and she's like, "Wait, are you saying you're not in love with me?" And he's like, "Yeah," and she's like, "I'm not in love with you either.
I'm not in love
It's great."
with her.
Oh my God, cool.
Easy breezy beautiful.
Yeah.
Meg just had the easiest breakups, even in Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh
So
my God,
easy.
Sleepless in Seattle, same thing. Or she's like, "We should call off
Yeah.
our wedding." Her fiance's like, "Go get him,
And he's
girl."
like,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
Um,
uh,
okay. Shop's closing down. She's
we
going to
see
Fox Books
her.
to check it out.
Yeah. And his partner Parker Posey is like talking about how she might offer Kathleen Kelly a job. And they get stuck in an
Yeah.
elevator, and Parker says, like, I love that you're so obtuse about ruining people's jobs. Like,
Yes.
oh my God,
Yes.
she's
Joe tries to be like,
awful.
he's like, I'm not ruining people's lives. And she's like, that's ridiculous. We both ruin people's lives, sweetie.
And I love that. You're just like me. And I'm like, holy
I
shit.
know. I love her so much.
She's great.
Then we get stuck in the elevator. This is another part where I was just like, I despise Tom Hanks because, okay, the elevator gets stuck. Elevator operator, this is your entire fucking job. But instead, he's like, well, I don't know what to do. And Tom Hanks is like, here, let me save the day. I
I
know
know
how
what you
to use the
do.
telephone. And he picks up the phone and he's like, Juan, here's what you got to do. And the guy on the other end, the elevator mechanic guy, is like, I don't know what to do either. And Tom Hanks is like, it's okay. I know everything. I'm so smart. I fucking
Call
hated him in this moment.
911. And the guy
He's
on the
like,
other line's like, 911, what?
he's like
He's like,
911,
911.
911. And I'm like, literally, this
It was
elevator needs
ridiculous.
to blow up. So then we're cutting forward. They're all like
Truly.
stuck on this elevator. Parker Posey is painting her nails, which is a fucked up thing to do in a trapped space. While
It's
we're all
awful.
stuck in an elevator. They're
Yep.
all,
And
talking about what they need to do if they get out of there, and like one of the women's like, I'm gonna call my mom, and the elevator operator's like, I'm gonna marry my
I'm
girlfriend.
gonna marry
Parker
this
Posey
woman.
says, if I ever get out of here, I'm gonna have my eyes lasered.
I'll get my eyes lasered. And then Tom's about to say what he'd do if he got out of here, and he gets interrupted by Parker freaking out about Tic Tacs or something. And I guess
Where
they
are my
break
Tic
up after they
Tacs?
get out of that elevator.
Yeah, I think
And they're
he
only there for
sees
like an
her in here and
hour.
he's just like, wow, this really put it in perspective that all you care about is, but she was great and Joe sucks. So, whatever. This is
Yeah,
when
I
then Meg
agree.
Ryan's depressed, her shop is closed, and now
Yeah,
we get the shot of her and her mom twirling about.
twirling. And she writes this email that says this shop closing, it's like a part of her has died and like her mother has died all over again and nothing can make it
Mm-hmm.
right. And it's like,
Yes, she
how
is
can you get that
deeply
email and not go, oh, I
depressed.
did that?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
he never seems to
Ugh.
have remorse for what he did. He never
No.
apologizes in a way that feels meaningful.
Yeah. Or tries
Like,
to like make it right.
yes. So
And he
then
could.
he's, off. Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's on, Tom Hanks is on his boat. His dad shows up. Also, this is when I realized the dad is the president from My Date with the President's Daughter.
Oh yeah, 100%. That is so funny.
Yeah.
Yes, and they're on these two boats next to each other. Tom Hanks's boat
hmm
is Fox 3. The dad's boat is a bigger
hmm
boat called Fox 2. And they're right, like
Yes.
they're in side by side slips, which is very silly.
Yeah. Jillian, the Fox or dad's partner, ran off with a nanny. Good for her. Have a little switcheroo there.
And it's
So
ironic
they're both
because he's
single
been with each
again.
of the nannies.
hmm And then Tom
And
Hanks shows up to Meg Ryan's apartment and he's like, brings her flowers, follows someone in, and he's like, I broke up with Parker Posey. She's somewhat mean. And she tells him to leave. He basically like
yeah,
forces himself into her apartment and she's like, go away. And he's like, no, 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 I'm going to stay.
uh-huh. I'm gonna do whatever
Not
I
cool.
want.
I
And
don't like people forcing themselves into your life. Like, that's not romantic.
yeah, it's not. But like also he doesn't really know romance because the shit his father says right before this is crazy because the father's like, I'll just meet a new one. Meeting someone new is the easy part. And he's like, Tom Hanks like it's easy to find someone who brings you joy. And he's like, I've never been with someone who brought me joy. And I'm like, oh, that is so like depressing and that's all he's ever seen. So like he's almost on the line of considering that someone could
Yeah.
bring him joy and so yeah, of course he's gonna like force himself his way into this woman's house, get whatever he wants, you know? And at the end, it seems like at
Yeah.
the end of this scene of him being sick with him being there while she's sick, it seems like I feel like we're supposed to, I couldn't tell if we're supposed to take away either that she's putting it together from the emails or that she's feeling attracted to him. But there's like a moment at the end of this sick scene, and it's unclear what way they wanted us to feel.
He does this thing where she's about to say something mean and he like puts his hand over her mouth and is like, "No, no, no, you'll regret it." And she's like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "Bite his hand." If a
Yeah,
man put his hand over
covered
my
my
mouth
mouth.
to stop me from saying something, we're losing a finger. I'm biting you. What are you doing?
Emergency room. Okay,
Crazy.
it's
Yeah.
crazy.
So now she tells him via email that she wants to meet. He agrees, but he's in the middle of a project that needs tweaking. And what is the project? Him making Meg Ryan fall in love with the version
Oh,
that
I'm in
she
love with this.
knows.
And
Is
this is
not
what like
cool.
really
He's
ruined
trying
the
to be
film for
like,
me.
mm-hmm. Because he's starting to do the thing where he's like, he emails something, and then she comes to him and is like, this is what the guy emails. And he's like, oh man, this is what the guy probably means. Like, he's fucking with her, he's manipulating her in a way that's like not cool.
Yes, it is like sociopathic, and this really kind of that's what the movie went
Mm-hmm.
really upsetting for me, you know? Like, I don't know how there is a
Yes.
world where she finds out all of this and isn't furious. Like, I don't
Yes.
understand.
And I really
It's,
think
ugh,
the only reason she's not is because she is deeply depressed. She has gone through a breakup. She has
yeah,
lost her job. She has lost her business. She feels like her mom has died all over again. She is in a terrible place. Like, he is honestly taking advantage of her while she's very vulnerable. And so I don't
yes.
blame her for being like, uh, you know, open to this happening. But I really think that if she weren't in such a vulnerable place, she would have been like, what the fuck? Because
Yeah,
that's
this
the
is
reasonable reaction to that is what the
I
fuck?
huge what the fuck. And this is like essentially like all she
Yeah.
has, you know? And he tries to like say a
Yeah.
thing to her in life where he's like, what if we weren't, what if I wasn't this big bookstore owner? What if you weren't blah blah and we just met? Would we like each other? And she's like, I gotta go. And then basically the date, they show up, she thinks she's meeting the guy and it's him. And then she says, I wanted it to be you. I wanted it to be you so badly. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
When? When did we have any indication of this?
He also, okay, sorry. Before he finally meets up with her, he has
Yes.
this line um while he's doing this whole thing, and he's like, "How can you forgive this guy for standing you up, but not forgive me for putting you out of business? I wish you would." And I'm like, "You
What have you done
think
to like make
being
amends?
stood? What? How can you forgive someone for standing you up versus ruining their livelihood?
It's so
What?"
crazy. He fucking sucks.
He sucks. And then, yes, then they meet. She says, I was hoping it would be you for some fucking reason. They kiss each other. I just wrote, have some self respect. Like, what are we doing? And I just really think that she's in such a vulnerable place.
Yes. My final line is all caps, man ruins woman's job slash life. Like that is, I think they're supposed to, they give us a
That's
tiny like win, which is that she like is writing a children's book now, but there's no implication that it's like going anywhere
uh,
and that she has the time to do it now. But like, no, he's a fucking jackass. This is horrible.
yeah, he sucks. And I
Man,
really, really hope that I don't think that he's a good guy. So I don't
no.
think that he's who she ultimately wants to be with. I hope she's the one who ends it with him. Um, I could see it going up
Yeah,
to a year, but I really think like once she is like on better footing, I hope that she is like, wow, this was fucked up.
this was terrible. I'm cool with six
And
months.
I just like I don't know if he's gonna be down to be with her either. Like I don't know. I guess they shared a lot of like emotional vulnerability, so maybe that'll be interesting to him. But I really hope she just
Maybe.
realizes that he's like a fucking douchebag. Like
He's
I think what she
awful.
sees, like she got to see via email like all of this like very close, sweet, intimate kind of stuff about him, which is true.
Yeah,
But it is also true that he is a corporate asshole. And he
who
didn't
ruined her
show that
life.
part over email because
Yes.
um, it wasn't relevant to the conversations they were having. But like
Yeah,
both of those things are going to come together. And I know in the end, she like ends up liking Joe Fox apparently because she wanted it to be him. But I'm just like, I really think she's just in a bad place.
yeah, she's just sad. She's just sad.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. She needs a girlfriend
Yeah,
to come and help her out.
Rhode Island, come on. Um,
Rhode Island, come on, go help her out, girl.
I
Pizza and
like to think
beer,
that she
let's
breaks
do
up with
it.
him, but it could be either. I feel like it could go either way with them.
I really think it could as well. I almost kind of feel like he won't break up with her, but he could like cheat on her. He could like do something shitty that's going to then cause her to break up with him. I think that she is like such a like I don't know what she would do to piss him off actually. So I think that that he would stick around but may not be faithful and may not like be in love with her, but like I don't know. I kind of feel like
Absolutely.
he's either gonna ruin the relationship or she's gonna hopefully just come to her senses and break up with him.
Yeah, I hope she just gets happy
I
enough
don't
to
know.
leave at some point. They can never
Yes.
have a computer in their house because neither of them can be trusted near internet
No. No.
ever.
She needs to be with like a sweet artsy boy.
Yeah,
Not a pretentious one, a sweet one.
yeah, not Frank.
Yeah, not Frank.
'Cause Frank's fucking dick.
Yeah, Frank's annoying
Yeah.
as well.
All right, I accept this.
Yeah, year tops, and hopefully she ends it earlier.
Hopefully she does it. I hope so. I
Yeah.
really do.
All right. This is
All right.
Ben. When Harry
Then
dubs
when
Sally.
Harry dumps Sally.
Every
We're here every
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.